are you gorgeous people? This is Debs and this is your reading for July 2026. Lovely to be with you. I hope you guys are well. Now, Leo, in meditation, I heard a song and I saw a vision. And the vision I saw was of someone working in a forge, putting a horseshoe in amongst very hot coals until it glowed red, and then hammering it into shape, and then sticking it with a hiss into a bucket of cold water. When I came out of meditation, I heard a really old song by, I think, Men at Work. It might have been called something like Down Under. I think it's actually an Australian band, going back years. But anyway, that's what we have for you, my beautiful Leos. I feel as if your creativity is going to be on fire. You could be doing something creative with your hands, but sparks are definitely going to fly, Leo, because this might be something that people may not feel is the norm for you. They may be a bit shocked, but it's what you want to do, Leo. It's what you want to do. All right, here we go, guys. So the deck that I'm using is the Kingdom of Light. If you feel this resonates for you, you're welcome to book a reading. Website's down below. Let's just see what this is, Leo. So you're doing something exciting. You're doing something creative. Sparks are going to fly. You may be working on something. Men at work, hammering. I saw this guy hammering this horseshoe into shape, plunging it into cold water. You may just be feeling emotional, happily emotional about this, inspired, right? This is your creativity on fire. Yeah. All right, Leo. Let's see what's going on, guys. My beautiful little pussycats. All right. Here we go, guys. Oh, Hangman. Yes. I'm seeing someone dipping something into a forge. You know, a fire pit in a forge. You are seeing something differently, or you are seeing someone differently. You may be changing yourself, Leo. You may be remolding yourself because you feel you might have kept a lot that was inside you quiet. Leo, you may be rising to the surface. You may be expressing your true opinions, your true feelings. You may be expressing yourself a lot more. And it's going to completely switch everything around, is what I'm getting here. Okay, Queen of Cups. Wow, Leo. This could be you, or you may be talking to a Queen of Cups about the fact, Leo, that you might have been sacrificing. Or you may be talking to someone to say, I feel a change is needed. I feel as if I want to change myself, change a situation, create something new. Yes. Wow, Leo. In the past, the Empress. Okay, I'm not getting anything from that, although you may be connected to a Taurian or a Libra, or you may have known, Leo, that abundance lived within you. Creativity, passion, drive, enthusiasm, progress lived inside you, but you were very quiet in the past, very quiet. After that time, Leo, Six of Cups, you thought a lot about the past, even going as far back as your childhood. This could be you thinking about things you wanted to achieve, hobbies you wanted to delve into, goals that you hoped to bring to fruition. You thought a lot about the past, Leo. In your thoughts now, Judgment. Wow. You're hearing the call of the divine, Leo. You're hearing the call of the divine. You're recognizing that you want to take action. You're recognizing you want to take action. Now, I could be connecting with a masculine Leo who has the hots for A Queen of Cups could be a Pisces, could be a Sag, could be a Taurian or a Libra. In the immediate future, Leo, the Four of Swords. This is you contemplating how you're going to do this. Well, I want to do this right. I want to do this properly. So I need to think about this. You may be wondering how to heal a situation with someone, Leo. You may feel as if somebody started to drift away from you. Somebody is disconnecting and you want to bring them back in. You want to bring them back in. Okay. In your fears, Leo, Page of Pentacles. You may be fearing, Leo, that what you have to offer is not enough. Bless you. You may be fearing, Leo, this is you on the starting block. You may feel you haven't got it within you to do this, for this to be successful. In the environment, guys, this is the person that we are talking about here. This is someone in your environment that you are wanting to pursue, maybe. Or this is someone, Leo, that you are talking to about a situation. The Four of Cups. They're not terribly happy, Leo, or they don't seem terribly enthusiastic. I think this is you wanting to get fired up and excited about following a different path, doing something creative, doing something that is actually, I'm hearing, going to make a difference. You're speaking to someone in the environment and you're saying, look, you know, I've been thinking about this. I have been wondering how to do this. You may be putting something to this person, but their response isn't exactly what you wanted. They're not over the moon. They're not saying, yes, Leo, great idea. They're sort of sitting there a little bit sulky, to be honest, saying, well, I don't know about that. You know, we'll think about that. But I feel, Leo, this is you keen to get going with whatever this is. In your hopes, Leo, Temperance, hoping to be guided by Archangel Michael, or you may be hoping to have the courage to put one foot in front of the other but not do anything impulsive. You may be hoping, Leo, to tell someone how you feel, tell someone what you want to do, and then just take it slowly. Because, Leo, you can rush in. You're a fire sign, right? Once you set your mind to something, that's it. You may be hoping to have the courage to pull it back a bit because you want this to work, Leo. That is what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting. You want this to work. You don't want this to burn out too fast. And the outcome, guys. Oh, 2 of Wands. Yes. By the end of July, Leo, you are going to have to make a major decision. So what we have here is you feeling as if you want to do something differently. You want to be creative. You may be seeing somebody else's perspective. You may be wanting to talk to a Queen of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. What you are thinking about is judgment. A big decision is needed. With the energy of the Four of Swords, this is you speaking to somebody in the environment to say, look, you know, I want to sort this out. I want to take a course of action. I want to do this. I want to tell someone how I feel. I want to get the ball rolling. Whoever is in the environment, Leo, isn't very impressed. It's as if, oh, do you? Okay, all right. It's almost as if they're saying, well, what do you want me to do? I don't really want to be part of this. What do you want me to do? They're not very enthusiastic. You're fearing, Leo, you don't have what it takes. You're fearing, Leo, maybe even apologizing to someone. Okay. You're hoping for temperance. You're hoping to be angelically guided, or you may be hoping that maybe a Sagittarian is going to want to be part of this. Judgment, temperance. And the outcome, Leo, is a 2 of Wands. You are making a firm decision by the end of July. So, guys, clarification for you the World. You are wanting to bring a cycle to a successful completion. Yes, to begin a new cycle, okay. But with the energy of the moon, you're sitting in a bit of fear. Fear that something is going to end badly, or maybe fearing, Leo, having a conversation with a Pisces or a Cancerian with the moon. But you have deep feelings about this. This, I think, has been on your mind for quite a long time. Now, whoever is in your environment who doesn't seem particularly interested, okay, yes, 9 of Wands, they feel that this might cause them burden if you are wanting this person's help, or you are saying, I need you to be part of this, I can't do this on my own. It's as if they're looking at you thinking, oh no, 9 of Wands, really don't want to be doing this, okay? Got to be honest. Yes, what they're saying is, can't you just tell this person you care, or can't you just apologize to this person? Or they may be outright, Leo, saying, I'm sorry, but this is too much. I'm sorry, but this is not going to work for me. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, Leo, you want to create balance in a situation. You might have been hoping that someone would want to work in partnership with you to move somehow to calmer waters. So I don't know, Leo, whether or not there were issues between you and someone and you want to mend those issues. But you may feel, Leo, that you're going to have to do this on your own because someone else is not wanting to be part of this. Someone, Leo, may not want to get involved. They may say to you, Leo, well, you can do this, but you're on your own, right? You can do this, Leo, but you're on your own. All right, people. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about the Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups. Very strong Pisces energy there, Leo. Now, you may have Pisces in your chart. You could be thinking of a Pisces. Tell us about the Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man. Ace of Cups. Leo, why do I feel as if you want to offer someone an olive branch? I'm also hearing rebuilding. Oh, gosh, wow. Very strong energy came in. I was shown a vision of Noah's Ark and a dove with a tiny twig in its beak, wanting to rebuild. This is the dove of peace that was seen from the ark, and this was the sign that land was nearby. This was a sign that land was nearby. Leo, you want to get grounded or you want to rebuild, but you don't know how to start this because someone else is saying to you, I don't want to be part of this. Sorry. And this is you thinking, well, that's a shame, right? You want to bring peace to a situation, Leo. 6 of Wands, and you want this to be successful. 6 of Wands is Leo. You want this to be successful, guys. King of Swords, and so you're trying to come up with a plan. Okay, I might be connecting with a masculine, I might be. You, Leo, want to come up with a plan to bring something to a peaceful conclusion, to start a new cycle. You may want to help someone who's been sacrificing, could be a Queen of Cups, or Leo, you could be sat in your masculine as a woman, and you are saying to someone, I want to get myself out of the situation, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. You may be wanting to talk to this person in the environment, but they're kind of putting their hands in the air and saying to you, Leo, I'm sorry, I can't help you with this. You're on your own. Whatever your situation is, guys, you are wanting to work on the situation, Leo. Oh, yes, 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. This is a forge. This is a guy working in a forge. Fascinating. Yes. You want to work on this, Leo, but you just don't know where to start. But you know you've got it within you. You know that your creativity could be sparked up here. But you've got someone in the environment who's sort of pouring water on the flames. They may be, you know, a bit of a wet fish. They may be saying to you, I don't think you should do this. Oh, Leo. Yeah, guys, Knight of Swords, you are trying to explain to someone that you need to come up with a plan. We need to do something here. We need to mend a situation. We need to sort this out. But Leo, the person in the environment is saying, sorry, it's going to be too much. Sorry, I can't do that. Sorry, not interested. And you may be frustrated, guys, because for whatever reason, this may be something, Leo, you cannot do on your own. So in the past with the Empress, I don't think that's you. I think that's someone you were connected to who was feeling burdened. So either this Empress caused you burden, Leo, or you knew that an Empress felt burdened. Wow, because of the devil? An Empress felt burdened because of the devil? Now this Empress could be a Taurian, a Libra, a Capricorn, or you might have felt burdened, Leo, as a masculine because you were dealing with a very toxic partner. Could be. Could be. Tell me about the devil. This Empress was burdened because you wanted to transform a situation, or she might have been obsessed with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Okay. Wow. She may have been burdened wanting to change a toxic situation, but she didn't, maybe, Leo, want to do anything about it, hoping it would magically sort itself out. After that time, guys, with the Six of Cups, you thought about the past. You thought about the fact, Leo, that you felt left out in the cold. You felt left out in the cold, Leo. And then something rather magical happened with the Wheel of Destiny. Something rather magical happened. Ten of Cups. I'm hearing you met your perfect counterpart. You met the person that you knew you were supposed to be with. And Leo, the flame was lit. The flame was lit. Now, I don't know whether or not you did anything about this. I don't know if you did anything about this, Leo, because if I'm connecting with a masculine, King of Swords, who was married to a feminine, if you were married, Leo, then you might have met someone else, but you felt you couldn't express to that person how you were feeling, Leo, because you were a married man. Because you were married, Leo. What happened after that time? Guys, I think you had a lot of sleepless nights, knowing, Leo, you felt this spark, this connection with this person, but you couldn't do anything about it because you were stuck in a toxic cycle with a long-term partner, who, to be honest, is coming through as the Empress and the Devil. I think, Leo, you might be realizing that you are still stuck on this person that you met. Could be a Pisces, could be a Cancerian, could be a Sagittarian. And I think, Leo, you are ready to make a judgment call to leave your partner. But Leo, you don't know how to manage this. You don't know how to manage this. You're an Emperor. Okay, Leo, I am connecting with a masculine. You are a married guy. in a toxic relationship with your Empress, and you are wanting to make a serious decision about your marriage, Leo. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. King of Wands. There we have you. Leo, you want to take action. You're coming through as the Emperor, but also the King of Wands. How do you feel about your marriage, your partner? Wow. Okay. Leo, you may feel betrayed by your partner. Oh my gosh. Because she is coming through as the Empress and the Devil. She may be obsessed with another guy. She may be hanging on to you for stability, Leo, but she may be obsessed by a Capricorn or with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. And Leo, you might have been thinking, I want out of this relationship because I'm in love with somebody else. But you hung on to it because of the stability of the connection. You might have hung on to it because it was nice and safe, very familiar, right? 9 of Cups. Yeah, you feel betrayed, Leo, because you feel your partner is hanging on to you whilst being overindulgent by maybe having an affair with someone else. You might have allowed it, Leo, because you didn't want to take charge of the situation. But what you're recognizing now is, I can't continue this. I can't continue sitting in this energy. This is really unfair, right? Unfair on you, Leo. You are asking your partner, or thinking of asking your partner, for a legal separation. You are thinking of asking your partner for legal separation, Leo, because you want to pursue someone that you cannot get off your mind. So, guys, 4 of Swords in the immediate future. Now, Leo, either this is you saying to your partner, I've got to be honest, I've been very unhappy in this relationship. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've also been sort of treading on eggshells around you because I think you're involved with somebody else. But you didn't want to let me go because this is a very stable connection. You might just be very blunt, Leo. Or this is you moving towards the person that you fell in love with to say, look, I'm in this toxic marriage. I'm sort of trapped in this toxic marriage. My partner's obsessed with hanging on to this. They won't agree, say, to divorce. How would you feel if I legally left my partner, if we moved into legal separation? Would you consider spending time with me? Would you consider us getting to know each other at a deeper level with me moving into legal separation? So, Leo, if this is your partner saying, no, sorry, 9 of Wands, sorry, Page of Cups, I want to hang on to this. Sorry, you're not enjoying this. Sorry, this isn't good for you, but not interested in divorce. Sorry, Leo. It may feel a bit out of order to you, Leo, if this is a partner who betrayed you, who is obsessed with somebody else, but they are refusing to divorce. If this is the person that you fell in love with, Leo, they may be put in a difficult situation. And they, Leo, may say to you, I am sorry, but what you're asking me to accept is too much. You're going to be still legally married, but you want to build a relationship with me. I'm sorry, it's far from ideal. And this may be you, Leo, going back to the drawing board, thinking, well, this is what I wanted to manifest, but this person is refusing. And Leo, you may look at their situation, see their viewpoint and feel, I don't blame them, you know? I don't blame them. But anyway, Archangel Michael, when do we have the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups for my Leos? Thank you, Michael. 2 4s here, guys. Do we have any timing? Thank you. 22nd of August. He's pointing forward to the 28th of August, 2nd of September, Ooh, we're now marching forward into October. I'm seeing somebody watching a message come through on their phone. They're looking at a brief message on their phone. It looks like WhatsApp, to be honest. Let's have a look at this person. Let us have a look at this person. Who is sat in the Four of Cups? Not very happy with what you're suggesting, Leo. Eight of Cups. Not happy, talking about walking away, talking about making a change. Not happy. Not happy. Justice. Wow. This is someone who's been told that you are ready to legally separate and they are not happy. Could be a Libra. Tell us about this person's energy. Whew, the High Priestess. Okay. If this is your partner, Leo, they feel as if you're keeping a secret. You're wanting to move into legal separation from them because you're in love with somebody else, which is true. This could be somebody highly intuitive, okay? Or Leo, if this is the person that you want to be with, what they are not saying is they would only accept this if you were fully divorced, right? Eight of Cups, Justice. If you fully walked away from your legal contract, then I think they might agree to that, but they aren't saying that. It's almost as if they don't want to put you under pressure, but they're not going to accept what you're offering them, Leo, if this is the person that you love. Anything else about this person? The Strength card. Okay, they're going to hold back. They're going to hold back, Leo, because either with the Sun, they're enlightened that you want to leave them to be with another woman, or this is the woman that you love who is holding back from you, even though, Leo, what they're not telling you is you make them very happy. It's almost as if this person is saying no because they are wanting you, I'm hearing, to sacrifice to be with them. They are wanting you to divorce, to offer them a clean relationship. They feel basically, Leo, if this is the person you want to be with, that they deserve to be offered a serious commitment. And this halfway house thing is what I'm hearing is not going to work for them, even though you make them happy. Even though being around you makes them happy. What is this person thinking about? Okay. All right. Yeah. What they're thinking about is, Leo, Seven of Pentacles. They've made mistakes in the past by doing a few things that were foolish. What I'm getting from that is because you see your Empress, Saturn, Devil energy, I've got to be honest, she could be obsessed with a Capricorn or a Scorpio, having a fling on you whilst refusing to release you from a marriage. If this is your partner, Leo, your partner knows that she might have cheated on you in the past. Okay, made some past mistakes by being impulsive, right? Maybe getting herself into fling situations. Or if this is the person that you want to be with, Leo, they are looking at past mistakes where they might have opened up to new love, but then being bitterly disappointed because the guy went back to his wife, or the guy just ended the connection, or the guy said he was going to divorce, but he never did. This is someone who might have suffered heartbreak, Leo. And so this is someone who is going to be very blunt with you, very honest. Any more energy? Yes, I mean, if this is your partner, Leo, they do feel guilty, but they're saying absolutely not. I am not releasing you. We are not divorcing, because they know that you're going to run straight towards the person that they may feel you're in love with. If this is the person that you love, Leo, they are giving you a difficult message of truth. I'm sorry, Leo, what you're offering me isn't enough. Sorry. So, Leo, whether or not this is your partner or the person you want to be with, when they say no, what are you going to do? Knight of Wands. Let's have a look at the Knight of Wands. Okay, King of Cups. Leo, if this is your partner, you are basically going to call your partner out. Well, I don't see why you don't want to think about divorce or move into legal separation, because you're having a fling with a King of Cups. As in, you can't have it both ways. You can't have a lovely fling situation with this guy. He could be a Scorpio masculine, okay, whilst hanging on to me. If this is the person that you want to be with, Leo, then what you're saying to this person is, look, this isn't just me wanting to pull you into a sordid third-party situation. I am genuinely in love with you. This isn't me just wanting to have a little bit on the side with you. I am genuinely in love with you. But they're still standing their ground, Leo. What you're realizing is this person is not going to give in. Yeah, 7 of Wands. This is you thinking, okay, no matter what I say, they are not going to do this. They're not going to agree to this. Ace of Swords, you know the truth. Okay, this is you getting pushed back, all right? What is the energy between you two? It's a matter of interest. Yeah, 2 of Swords. If this is your partner, Leo, this is a partner who is refusing to let you go, even though she betrayed you, even though she might be having a fling with another guy. She is not wanting to let you go. She wants a cake and she wants to eat it. If this is the woman that you love, Leo, she could be a water sign queen. This is someone who is sitting in a very strong energy of, I know what I deserve. I've been hurt in the past. I took risks in the past. I trusted men in the past. And it just led to heartbreak. So no, sorry if you're just talking about a sort of, well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we could live together in the future. But you're saying to them, Leo, you're going to stay married. They're basically saying, no, sorry, not good enough, right? So what you're fearing, guys, is what you're offering is just not enough. What you're offering is just not enough. With the energy of Temperance, you are hoping maybe to coast and to just give it some time. You may be hoping your partner would agree to a divorce, or you may be hoping this woman that you love, Leo, would say, yes, okay, we can try this. Despite the fact you're married, we could talk about a living together situation in the future. And then the final card, Leo, is you sort of standing at crossroads. You standing at crossroads. What do I want to do? But what is playing most on your mind, Leo, is this energy here. I think what this is you thinking, this would all work out beautifully. I could move to calmer waters in my life and be with a person that I love if my partner agreed to divorce. But because this is an imbalanced connection, because my partner won't let me go, I feel stuck. I just feel stuck. That's what that is, Leo. This is you afraid of completely closing out a cycle, but I think, Leo, you will be ready to do it. But whoever this person is being very defensive and saying, no, sorry, not going to do it. Okay? So, my Leos, let's have a look at the 2 of Wands. What are you going to do? What are you going to do pertaining to your partner, Leo? Let's look at that. 8 of Wands. Okay, Leo, you are not going to let this go. You are going to bring up this conversation again with your partner. You are going to bring up this conversation again with your partner. She may be angry. There could be an argument. All right. She may even talk to you about children, if that's relevant. We can't do it because of the kids. What is she going to say? 10 of Pentacles. I am not letting this go. Yep, sorry. She may say to you, you might be angry, Leo, but no, I'm going to continue to sit on the 10 of Pentacles. I'm not going to give you a divorce. Wow. Okay. Leo. Queen of Pentacles. This is your partner, Leo. I feel intuitively this is your partner. Nope, she wants to sit in this lovely place of financial stability whilst, as the Empress, feeling underneath very burdened because she knows this is toxic, right? Or she could be obsessed with a Capricorn or obsessed with a Scorpio. Basically, you feel betrayed, 10 of Swords. You want this woman out of your life, Leo, but she is determined to hang on to you. And so this is you sat in limbo. I don't know what to do. Does this Queen of Pentacles have any remorse? What situation is she in? Yeah, I mean, Leo, I'm sorry, this is so awful, but she is sitting pretty on the 10 of Pentacles whilst indulging in a lover's situation. Leo. Guys, I've got to be honest. I mean, I'm not taking sides here and I'm a woman, but if I was you, if I was the husband and, you know, I knew my wife was cheating on me with a lover, but very happily, smugly sat in the 10 of Pentacles, I'd be booting her out. I'd be saying, sorry, love, but I'm sending you divorce papers. Leo, I don't know why you're being so lenient. I mean, it may be because kids are involved. What are you going to say to your partner, Leo? Yeah, I mean, Leo, what you're saying to your partner is, I think you're just desperate to hang on to me for the money. You're just desperate to hang on to me for the money. Leo, you're angry. Deep down, you're angry. What are you going to do here? Okay, you may pull back and think about a Virgo. You could be married to a Virgo. Or Leo, with the energy of the Hermit, you're going to step back and do a lot of soul searching. You know your wife is cheating on you, but she's refusing to let you go because she sat on the 10 of Pentacles. I think, Leo, you've had enough of this relationship and you also know you're in love with another woman. So this is you pulling back, thinking, I have to make a decision here. Judgment, I have to make a decision. I know this woman that I love is not going to accept me as a man who is still legally married. She's just not going to accept it. My wife is refusing to let me go, so what do I do? So what are you going to do, Leo? Wow. Okay. Leo, you are going to say to your wife, I am sorry, but we are divorcing. You're not even messing around with legal separation. You are saying to your wife, we are divorcing. I want to be single. I will be generous in the settlement, but I want to be single. What is her viewpoint on that? 7 of Cups. What she's thinking about, Leo, is, well, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing. If Leo's happy to be generous in the settlement, I would be free to do whatever I wanted to do, explore other options, get serious with my lover. What she's thinking about is this may not be such a bad thing. So she's going from absolutely not, because she sat on the 10 of Pentacles, to thinking, well, maybe. But Leo, this may well be, guys, because you would be offering a very generous settlement. I mean, if you're both sat on the 10 of Pentacles and she would end up in the 9 of Pentacles as a single woman, that is someone who's been given a very large amount of money. Leo, you may feel it's the only way that she would release you. And then the Magician. And then, Leo, you could manifest moving forwards with a woman that you love. This will be a clean connection. Are you going to do that, Leo? Yes, I think you might. Leo, this is victory and success. This is you thinking, okay, to hell with it. Let's get the show on the road. Let's speak to the lawyer. Let's organize this. And you may be racing back towards the woman that you love, Leo, to give her the good news. I'm moving out next week. I'm going to find myself a rental flat. I am going to be a free man, and we are heading into divorce. I mean, Leo, this is you thinking, to hell with it. I would rather be super generous to my ex so I can have my freedom back, so I can finally be with the person that I love. So, Leo, you are prepared here to sacrifice for love, basically, the star. Because, Leo, you know who your wish fulfillment is. You know who you want to be with. And, Leo, this is you simply wanting to be happy. Okay, I don't care. If my ex is wanting this amount of money, all right, okay. Yeah, because you just want to be happy, guys, you know? So, Leo, my goodness. Let's see what the universe has to say, guys. Let's see what the guidance is from the universe. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have from the universe, please, for my beautiful Leos? Thank you, Michael. Into the woods. Yep. Oh, bless you. Leo, you may be a little bit nervous. Things may seem scary at the moment, but your path is clear and your angels are near. Leo, I think you know that this is the right person for you. This is the right decision for you. It may be a bit scary. You may think, oh my God, what am I doing? This is, you know, a heck of a lot of money that I'm losing here. But Leo, you know who you love. And you know that when you completely disconnect, when this divorce is final, you are going to be incredibly happy with the woman that you're in love with. Okay? But you're going to have to go through the fire first of all. Ring of fire. What does it say? Yeah, okay. And funny enough, I'm hearing forge again. I'm seeing somebody dipping a white hot horseshoe, which funnily enough is for luck, isn't it, into water. You're being challenged to stand up for yourself and those you love whilst the heat is on. Leo. So go through the fire and then go into the woods. But Leo, it's all going to be fine. I'm hearing that Taylor Swift song, Into the Woods. Anyway, I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped you. Do let me know. Drop me a comment down below. Take care of you guys. And of course, I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Leo. Bye, guys.